Cup review. We are back. It's been a while, but it's good to see everybody. And thank you for joining us tonight. As always, please remember to like, subscribe, share, and I don't know, join the official Red Cup Review, the Rebellion on Facebook. That's our homepage there. Baz, how you doing?
Pretty good, man. Is anybody in the chat?
Nobody yet. I mean, everybody right now is probably busy either watching the Joker movie or or going to New York Comic Con and stuff like that. So we're gonna just what's up, dude?
Hey,
Who's that?
Some kid I kidnapped.
Oh man.
So how's it going, man?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah. So all right, we got 4 people watching. Let's just start. What's up?
You didn't take him to see the Joker, did you?
No, of course not. Go play.
Okay.
Okay, so Joker movie. Let's get right into it. What'd you think?
What?
All right, come on, stop busting shit open, man, and tell me what you think of the movie.
No, now I'm not going to tell you what I think of the movie.
I'll tell you what I think. I thought it sucked.
Really?
Nah.
Okay. I think that I probably liked it more than you did.
I actually really liked it. I thought it was a better. Taxi driver. I thought it was a better taxi driver. I thought it was pretty much. Todd Phillips wanted to remake The King of Comedy and Taxi Driver and did a good job mashing them together. And I enjoyed this much more than Taxi Driver. I thought it was excellent. I thought you really get into the cerebralness of the character, and it was not really a fun movie. It wasn't a lot of fun, but it was.
No, it was that the soundtrack.
Oh,
and
yeah,
a lot of the parts was intense and like really stressful. Like, I felt myself tightening up a lot,
Things that I loved about the movie, and for those that are watching, don't worry about spoilers. We're going to keep this as spoiler-free as we possibly can. Things that about the movie that I thought were great was the soundtrack was excellent. The synthesizers that they use and the strings for the Joker and the drums and all that were really good. I thought this movie's going to win for cinematography this year. I thought the camera work was excellent.
It was beautiful, yeah.
It was a really, really well done shot movie. Like the shots were great.
You know what I liked about the evolution of Arthur Fleck's character is it was told through the movement of the Joker. You know how the Joker dances around, and they took that part of the Joker and they put it into his evolution. Because after mild spoilers, after the first time he kills somebody or people, some people, he runs away and he goes to this room, and then he starts moving slowly like a snake kind of dance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what part I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it's like, it almost felt like he was being possessed, or like, that thing. Like it felt like almost like a dark possession, or like he was just letting himself slide into darkness. And the music just sold it. His movement sold it. And as the movie progresses, you see him moving differently, looser, dancing more. Yeah, he's being essentially more nimble and more confident. And basically the evolution of the Joker is told through his movement. It was a very physical portrayal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say that this is my favorite iteration of Joker, but it is a really good character study film.
It's unique. It's a unique version of the Joker.
This isn't like I have that problem with like how am I supposed to root for the bad guy type in a movie. And this movie's not like that at all. It's very backloaded with craziness. And like it evolves at such a slow pace where you almost like feel bad for him, and then you kind of don't. Then you feel bad for him, then you kind of don't. And the movie kind of ebbs and flows. It's I don't know, man. It's like a very mature, super mature take on the superhero subject matter. So I don't know. I liked it. Do I recommend it? Yes, thumbs up. I recommend it.
Don't expect Spider-Man Far From Home or Avengers or something. This is a different kind of movie.
No, not even close. This is not even like this is not a superhero film in the slightest at all. This is like I felt like I was watching kind of like a One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest type movie.
A descent into madness.
Yeah, basically, that's like the only way to kind of really describe it.
Okay, one really funny thing though. All I gotta say is Zorro the Gay Blade. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I liked the makeup worked, the violent. There's not that much violence in the movie. It's there when it's there. It's shockingly violent.
Yeah, when it comes, it's intense.
Yeah, it was like to the point where I was like even like jarred out of it, and I don't think it was because the violence itself was so graphic and intense. Even though it was pretty graphic. I thought it was like, since the movie kind of moves at a certain pace, and then the violence just happens, it kind of like shakes you out of your comfort zone. You know, it's like a sudden, like when a gunshot goes off in a silent scene in a movie, and it kind of wakes you up like, oh shit. You know,
yeah.
You know,
I had the same reaction. Yeah,
jolting and jarring, like so. Danny says, do they any? Or I guess, do they mention the DC universe? This is not the DC universe. This has nothing to do with. This is not. They have like a quick little like nod to the Batman mythos. Not spoiling it, but there's a quick little nod to like Batman. Not Batman, but like the Batman world. But this is this is basically 1970s New York, and this is not the Joker where he's got gags and he's running around laughing, killing people and shooting people. This is like a regular dude who happens to get caught up in like the craziness of like the city itself. And how
he's not really a regular dude. I mean, he has like
well, no, not just not a normal guy. He's a nut job. But he's not like,
no. When he has a condition where like when he gets nervous, he laughs uncontrollably to the point that it's actually hurting his throat, and you see him like clenching his throat in pain.
Yeah, so so he's not a regular dude, but he's a very all right, like
introvert,
gangster Joker. Like, you know, you have like your Jack Nicholson Joker where he's like being a gangster and laughing and shooting things and acting jokery. This is not that at all.
Well, he does become that. He does become. I mean, there's a transformation into that by the end. Like when he comes down those steps and he's doing the, you know.
What I like
is
the
full
movie
Joker.
The movie had like hints to every other incarnation of the Joker, and it was very tastefully done. There are moments where, like, all right, his outfit is like Cesar Romero. His he doesn't do no like lip licking. Like, he has his own version of what Heath Ledger did, like that laugh you were describing, like the mannerism, the manicness of whatever kind of condition he suffers from. So, Collector's Own Rights on demand for me. Not a fan. Wasn't planning on seeing it at all. It's probably the best movie, pure movie that DC has done. Like a DC movie. Like this is Oscar movie material. Like, some people think that like Oscar movies are kind of boring for the most part, but they're very well acted, shot, and just well done. Like, this isn't the most fun. Is this my favorite DC movie? No, but I could objectively say that the acting in this and the score and everything else around it, the way it was shot, was just like, it's a mature, like, adult movie. I don't know how else to say it, Baz.
Yeah, it's a peek into the world of a psychotic, demented person who became a clown serial killer. So it did its job. Like, I was disturbed throughout the fucking movie.
Yeah, pretty much. It's more of like a drama movie, like a serious, very serious movie. Really, that's the only other way to put it. You know, it's like kind of like sickening a little bit. One thing I thought was interesting about the movie is you don't know. It has a very American Psycho feel to it. In that, remember in American Psycho, you didn't know what Patrick Bateman was doing, whether or not he was really doing it or experiencing it.
Yes, yeah. There's a lot of him just imagining stuff in his head.
Yeah, so it's like you'll watch a scene and you'll go like, "Wow, really?" And then the next scene contradicts that, and you're like, "Wait, that just happened?" You know,
that was like King of Comedy. That happened a lot in that film.
Yeah,
so you might want to check that out.
Nice. Yeah,
De Niro was also the main character of that movie, and that's why he's in this one.
Nice. Yeah, no, man, it's a great movie, but be prepared to be taken on a very slow journey through. Like, they could have tightened up some of the slower scenes. Like, sometimes they focus, I think, a little bit too long on him just kind of like sitting there, silently, but you could feel the actor kind of going into his role and becoming crazy, you know. So I thought that maybe like lingered a little bit too long at certain points with that. But other than that, it was just a.
I just think we're not used to watching these types of films. You know, we're used to like the quick cut kind of fucking movies. You know, the Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
This is so this is more of a slow burn type film, but it pays off, man.
Yeah. Oh no, the end of the movie, the last 20 minutes of this movie is fantastic. Like fantastic. I would say from the minute he gets the visit at his apartment, no spoilers. He gets the visit from the person at the persons at the apartment. From that point on, it just turns into like a crazy ass roller coaster ride of just it looks great. To that point, he's totally the Joker and everything else. So, but this isn't I don't want Batman to be in this universe. I don't want Batman. I don't want this Joker to cross paths with a Batman. I like this just being its own thing.
No, this is a one-off. I don't want a sequel either. No,
yeah, this is like his own, like just. I like that DC took a chance on this and did a character study. You know, if you're gonna do a film, a bad guy film, this is the way to do it. This is not like Venom. This is like a real movie, like like watching a person go crazy type thing.
You know what was cool? This movie succeeded in tying in the Joker into the Death of the Waynes, whereas the Batman '89 movie didn't, where it was too much. This one kind of tied it in nice. Joker directly being responsiple for the Waynes being killed, but yet he was.
Yeah, no,
the birth of the Joker still.
Yeah. They borrowed from the '89. All right, in the '89 Batman movie, Jack Napier kills Bruce Wayne's parents. In this movie, the Joker is inadvertently responsible for the situation that is framed. I'm trying to get around the spoilers. There's like a situation, and the Joker is still involved somehow, or Arthur Fleck is still kind of involved in that callback to the DC universe. So that was nice. It was a nice little touch too.
Right, because Batman '89 tried to make it as like Batman and Joker are the same coin, but the opposite sides of the same coin. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
In this. They did that, but it wasn't like they replaced Joe Chill and put the Joker in his place and all that. I thought that was great.
Yeah, no,
the birth of the Joker is also the birth of Batman, also in this.
Yeah, yes.
So it works. It works.
All right, real quick, we're gonna take a look.
Hold on. Did you get that homage to the '66 series with Little Bruce?
No, what do you mean with Little Bruce?
When he slid down the thing? The
boat? Yes, that was cool.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
I was like, and Laura was like, yo, that's him. That was cool.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm going to look real quick into the chat. Kev's Matrix mentions the Irishman movie at 3.5 hours long. I'm dying to see that movie, but it's 3.5 hours long. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But whenever it gets released, we'll watch it. We'll probably do like a review on that here too. Nick Nack is watching from work. Would I be an asshole if I took my 14-year-old son to see it? He's a huge Batman fan and want to see it for months. No, you wouldn't be. It depends on how you raise your 14-year-old. I think this movie is fine for a 14-year-old, but then again, we're from, the Bronx. So,
Oh, and by the way, this is a very New York-centric movie. I mean, a lot of the stuff that takes place in this actually happened. Like it starts off and it takes place during the time of the garbage strike, which actually happened.
Man.
Wasn't that in the late '70s?
Sanitation thing, yeah, the late 1970s sanitation strike.
And then also what happens with the Joker harkens back to the subway vigilante Bernie Getz that actually happened in the early '80s.
Yep.
So yeah, it's very New York centric. And
he's not Nick. I don't know if it depends on how heady your son is at 14, but he might be bored. If you're looking for like a superhero movie, this is not it. This is Taxi Driver. It's as slow moving as Taxi Driver. It's just that I think it was better, like a better done movie. I think it was better than Taxi Driver, personally. Let's see, Collector Zone. Collector Zone. Hey, what's up, guy? I hear you, but it's a comic book character in the end. No, how do you classify this film? Oscars might just say F it. I hope it does well with all this stuff going on in the world, is this necessary? What do you think, Baz?
Well, I'm looking for that. Is all this stuff going on? What kind of talk is that? What's that about?
He says that, listen, he says, I hear you, but it's a comic book character in the end. No, how do you classify this film? The Oscars might just say F it. I hope it does well. With all this stuff going on in the world, is this movie necessary?
Is it necessary?
Yeah, I don't think
is anything what's necessary.
Yeah, so I would say that, like, yeah, he's a comic book character at the end, but this is not a comic book movie. This is this is like a comic book character taking into the super. This is the most realistic you're going to get. This makes the Dark Knight Nolan trilogy look like Batman and Robin.
This is the kind of shit that got me back into superheroes.
Yeah,
is the graphic novel, like, serious take on the genre. So yeah, for me, it's necessary.
I don't think that that this, like, I don't subscribe to that, like, if there's a shooter that you have to blame video games or movies. I don't guns either. Like, we don't do that.
Is this the first movie that involves a killer, a murderer, a serial killer, or violence?
It's also the Joker. He's also a cultural icon. It's more than just, like, you know, a movie about John Wayne Gacy. When John Wayne Gacy, not a lot of people know who he is. Joker is a household name. Every grandma knows who Joker is.
So we could always just look at the Dark Knight movie, or Batman '89. The Joker is a homicidal maniac in those films too.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they don't candy coat it in this film. They take it seriously.
No, this movie is taken very, very seriously, but it's not. It doesn't glorify it either, though. This movie doesn't really glorify the. And it's such a period piece. Like, the movie takes place in, I think, 1979 to 1980. So it's such a period piece that it's not really even relevant to, like, what's going on in the world now. Okay, let's see. Back to there. Okay, Kev's Matrix, how do you feel about Jew? I don't know what Jew is. Oh, Joaquin. Okay, Joaquin performance as the Joker. He is a fly. He is an excellent, and just another. I'm waiting for the a Joker portrayal that kind of encompasses everything we've seen so far. Little son of a. And I think that he adds something to the Joker mythos, right? So I'm thinking the way you have to look at these versions of the Joker is like in The Dark Knight, when he says, you know how I got these scars, and it's always a different story, a different origin. These movies are all just different origins and takes on his crazy mind. You know, so
he's like a unique version. He's his own version of the Joker, yet still having a lot of elements from all the others.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not ripping anyone off in this, and Joaquin Phoenix is pretty much like one of the best actors of our time. All right, he's like,
Laura like it.
She loved it. She liked it a lot. She was panicked through the movie. The movie sets a good panic into your stomach. It makes you like sick and kind of here she comes.
Miss America. I was very nervous.
Yeah, me too. Like my neck was hurting.
Every time someone sneezed, I was ready to jump out of my seat.
My muscles were tense. I got a headache. Like the music, along with the character and what was going on, and the way he made you feel.
Yeah, it was. It has a very manicness to it, and it kind of like it makes the movie itself makes you a little jumpy. It makes you like, remember in The Dark Knight when you hear music. This is that for the whole movie. It's like that. It's like driving you nuts. That like pretty much makes you feel like you're going crazy along with the character.
I gotta admit though, I did fanboy out when he fully became the Joker and did the dance during the steps.
Oh yeah,
down the steps. I kind of was like, when he finally, there he is, the clown prince of comedy.
Yeah. You get like one thing I will say, he's only the Joker in this movie. The Joker for about 10 minutes, about 15 minutes. He's the Joker the whole time, kind of, but he's like the Joker that you know, or at least this movie's version of what the Joker's supposed to be, for only about 15 minutes, and it comes at the end because the movie just kind of crescendos into this like crazy fever pitch, and then when you finally see him, you're like, when he's on the talk show, I immediately thought of The Dark Knight Returns.
Yes.
When he poisons the audience, like there's none of that. There's no like fantastical. This is super real. This movie, and he was sitting there, and I was like, wow, that's the Joker. Like if the Joker was real, and not just some cartoon version. Like in like the DC universe Joker, you want to see the Joker the way like Mark Hamill does him, perhaps in the cartoon. But if the Joker was really alive during the 1980s, it would be this guy, like sitting on TV like a lunatic that he is.
I tell you what, though, I want more shit like this, though. After seeing this,
I don't want everything to be this, but I do think we need more of this.
Yeah.
I do think that we need the Marvel stuff, and I do think we need stuff like this too. You need both.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Because I don't know. All right, repeat viewings. This is a movie that is I'm of two minds about when it comes to repeat viewings. Do I think I'm going to watch it again? Yes. Do I think I'm going to watch it again as soon as it's released? Probably not. I'm going to watch this movie again to try to catch things that I missed the first time, but this doesn't have the replayability the way like a Marvel movie does, where like you want to like, yeah, it's super heroics and oh, look at the guy busting the other dude's, you know what, and all that. Like it gets you hyped and pumped. This movie doesn't get you hyped and pumped. This movie brings you, it's like an acid trip kind of, like where you're kind of just like really cerebral and in it, and you have to be paying attention and totally absorbed.
But it's like a heavy meal though. Like it leaves it sticks with you. You know what I mean? The Marvel stuff is just like it's a popcorn film. It's fun. It's nice. You laugh and then it's over. You don't really think too much about it. Afterwards, there's no lingering thoughts in your mind about the film. This type of movie like stays with you. And you go back to it, and certain scenes pop up in your head, and you go, "Wow, holy shit, that was heavy, that was deep."
Danny, go ahead, finish.
But I think two of my favorite scenes, was definitely the transformation coming down the stairs. That's just like those stairs are iconic now. Yeah. I want a print of that. Yeah. Of him becoming the full Joker, and after his first kill. And that it gets quiet, and then he's looking in the mirror, and he starts that snake dance, and that music that was playing. Yeah, I swear to God, I got chills. It felt almost satanic.
The soundtrack of this movie is like a character itself in the movie. Yeah. Like it almost takes upon like the cinematography, Joaquin Phoenix's performance, and the music are like three characters in the movie, kind of like a three-headed dragon that you're like dealing with. The visuals, his performance, and the music is kind of like, it's almost like the Cerberus, like the three-headed watchdog, kind of like at once.
At one point, I was like saying, this is like almost like a dark ballet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my girlfriend was like, oh, like Black Swan or something, and I was like, so it was great.
So Danny Lee says, do you see them continuing with other bad villains having standalones? This movie is not going to have anything to do with Batman or any other thing. Like if they do another standalone movie, it's going to be another alternate reality with not having anything to do with the Joker. And no, I don't think so. I think that the Joker is iconic enough where he is the most popular pop culture villain of all time. It's like when you ask anybody like, okay, what's a crazy villain? They're going to say like Satan and the Joker. Like at this point, like as far as most recognizable villains, and Darth Vader. So, the money is in Joker. You're not getting a sequel out of this. And I think this is just going to be a standalone. I don't think you're going to see another movie like this for a very long time. I think it's going to be like another, like maybe 10 to 20 years before we see another movie that's like.
But we will. I think we will. This is like what they call like DC Black Label movies now, which is kind of like the mature, darker takes of their characters are going to be under this imprint called Black Label.
Right.
So this is going to extend to the films also. Yeah. So
if they do, it's. I don't think they're going to be doing a Man-Bat movie or anything like that, though. Or like a Two-Face like this, because the Joker is kind of like they really took him out of Batman's world completely. He's in Gotham, but this has nothing to do with Batman. There's no Commissioner Gordon. There's none of that. There's no like. It's like Arkham Asylum isn't even really called Arkham Asylum. They just call it the Asylum, and it's like Arkham General Hospital.
Arkham State or something.
Arkham
like
State
that.
something, yeah. So it's like very, very real world.
So what do you give it? How many cups?
Like what rate? 1 out of 10 for the what would we rate him? 1 out of 10 for the Joker role? As far as like what we all think the Joker is, and I think that like across the board for the most part, the consensus on the best Joker is probably the animated series version. So based on that, he's not a good Joker. because he's not that Joker. Based on his performance in this movie, fitting in the world they made, he's a 10. So his acting is a 10. He's a 10 out of 10 for the Joker in this movie, in the context of the movie you're watching. That's what
you think he gets nominated for Academy?
Oh yeah, easily. It's not going to win Best Picture though. It's going to go up against like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and that'll probably win, or some movie that hasn't even come out yet. But he'll be nominated for Best Actor. I don't know. I haven't seen that many Hollywood heady type movies yet, but I could totally see this winning for cinematography and an original score. Totally.
Yeah. Oh wow, I'm surprised. So we're on the same page with this, pretty much exactly.
Yeah.
But Zorro the Gay Blade, I did not expect that, dude. Especially with me joking around with you like about a month ago or something. Remember that on the page?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was putting up pictures of Zorro the Gay Blade and whatever. You'll see it in the film.
So it's Justice League Dark, crazy dark animated DC movie. First scene. Yeah, even more, but more realistic. It's dark like that, but it's a super realistic movie. If you guys have seen Taxi Driver, this is Taxi Driver, but instead of instead of Robert De Niro, it's Arthur Fleck Joker. Like it's almost the same movie. Like in Taxi Driver, he turns into like a pseudo good guy at the end, like a nut job, but he like saves Jodie Foster and shit. In this movie, it goes bad. So it's like if Taxi Driver guy goes kind of good, this Joker goes bad. That's basically
dude. That one kill that I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man.
That came out of nowhere. Oh my god.
Yeah,
my mouth was. I was like,
yeah, it was a lot of like, yeah, and there's not that many kills in the movie either. There's not. It's very few, very few and far between. But when it's done very like a picture yourself like you're just sitting there, and then like an M80 goes off behind you, and you're like, boom, and you're like, oh my god, it really wasn't gross. We've seen gorier movies before. If you've seen a Rob Zombie movie, you've seen a way gorier movie, but this was like shockingly like, we're gonna bring it down really low, and then just bang, something crazy is gonna happen. So, okay. Anyways, I'm probably like behind, way behind on this.
I love the movie, man. I can't wait to watch it again, basically. So
I don't know if I want to watch it again right away though, because it kind of like it's a very depressing movie.
Yeah.
It's a very Debbie Downer movie. So it's like a movie,
but it's a work of art though, man.
No, it is. It's a type of movie like where like you feel like you want to take a shower afterwards. Like take a Hieronymus Bosch painting. It's beautiful, but you really don't want to stare at it for too long. But you like it, and it's like fascinating and crazy, and then you kind of like go, all right, I need to see like a picture of like a flower or something, or like ducks or some shit.
Yeah, I say Joaquin Phoenix is like in Daniel Day-Lewis, in the Daniel Day-Lewis category now.
He's like, if Daniel Day-Lewis was Daniel Day-Lewis for the 90s, he is like the 2010s version of Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah,
the acting is like that, just another level. Like,
when do you want to do a spoiler review? So, because it's kind of hard.
What do you guys think, guys in the chat? When do we do the spoiler talk for the Joker movie, next week or the week after? You guys let us know. But we do have to keep the show moving.
I'd say 2 weeks. Give it 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
If you don't see this movie after 2 weeks, then I don't even know why we're friends. Yeah, so, I got nothing. I got no business with you. All right, so Birds of Prey. You want to do Birds of Prey?
I'm not doing Birds of Prey. I don't even. I didn't.
Let's just say we didn't like it.
We don't like it. It looks stupid.
Hated it.
Hated it.
Yeah, hated it. Yeah, it's
yes, that looks whack. New York Comic Con, man. Let's get into some collectibles.
Let's do it.
All right. New York Comic Con overall. Was CM Brock, by the way, says, damn y'all, early day and time. Yes, a day early in time. Yeah, well, I had to go early a little bit, and we're gonna cut this off before 7:30 because I'm watching SmackDown with Little Man, the SmackDown on Fox. Yeah. See,
wait.
What are we waiting for?
Tonight?
Yes.
Oh, thank God! Yeah.
He's thanking a higher power for wrestling. Awesome. Who's your favorite wrestler?
AJ Styles.
Nice. Very cool.
It was a Rock, no AJ Styles.
Okay, cool.
So we wait. So yeah, that's why we're going a day early. And there's going to be times where I'm not going to be going live as much. You're going to catch Baz on his page, on the source wall, and he'll take over for weeks that I'm not around. My kids are getting a little bit older. I got to spend some more time with them because I really, really want to. And I'm not going to give that up for the Red Cup, even though you guys are like my second family. I got to make sure things are good around the household first. Okay, so New York Comic Con 2019 was kind of a disappointment. I was there for one day. I was there yesterday. So as far I could only judge based on Thursday, it was way too overcrowded. I don't know why people get excited. I don't understand how people can get excited about New York Comic Con or San Diego Comic Con because they're really not that good compared to the smaller cons. If you're a dealer and you're looking to sell things at the con, yes, you'll be mobbed and you'll make thousands of dollars there. If you are somebody that just wants to enjoy themselves, walk around and see some cool stuff, it is a nightmare. It is a human cattle nightmare on a Thursday all day long. Like it's just constantly doing this. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, wait. Oh, excuse me. And then you've only walked like 6 inches, so it's whack. Yeah, it's very trying. As far as the actual con experience itself, it's pretty whack. Now, so if you want to have more fun, go to smaller cons. Here's something that kind of sucked. And I'm not going to, because I got some things that are really cool. So we're going to get over something that kind of just popped into my mind that I thought was whack. Laura wanted to go and see where the superstars that were at the show, Tom Hiddleston, Ant-Man, Paul Rudd, were taking pictures and signing autographs. She's like, let's just go down there. I have a crush on Paul Rudd. I want to just see him from a distance and be like, hey, I saw him from 50 to 100 feet away, whatever, right? So remember, Baz, how New York Comic Con started doing where they're all the way down the hall and they stop you from actually going any further unless you have a ticket to meet them. And then it starts, okay, now
they're 200 feet away from you at a table.
Yeah, exactly. So, by the way, Collectors on Toy Fair is way less stressful and way easy. You could actually wave your arms around like this and not pop somebody in the face. Okay, so now we walked all the way up front, and now they're behind black curtains. So now you have
so you can't
even see
them.
Nobody.
Oh man! So if you have a lens on your camera, you can't even take a picture of them. That's probably why
they're behind like this. The line goes up, then it snakes a little bit, and then they grab one person at a time and bring him behind a black curtain. They have these giant black curtains set up all over.
Oh man!
So I was like, "Yo, this is whack. That's cheap, man."
That's I'm telling you, that's so you don't take friggin' pictures from a distance.
Yeah, well, I mean, I get it. But at the same time, it's it left a really bad corporate taste in my mouth. New York Comic Con has become New York Corporate Con. So that was bad. Okay, so what else? The showings were pretty The things that were shown looked cool, but there was only 1 or 2 reveals per per company. It was kind of what else? Let's see. We'll get on. What's up, buddy? Okay.
Comic-Con was better. The one you went to, Dad?
The one me and you went to. They don't. These people are from all over the world, so they haven't even been to Terrific Con.
Okay. Did you go back to better, New York or
Yeah, he was like, all right, if you guys been to New York Comic Con or even San Diego for that matter, and so let's say a smaller con, which ones do you guys prefer? Who do you guys prefer smaller cons? Oh, nice. Hold on.
I got him.
Got him.
Alfred.
Nice. Don't talk until you open it and see how it is. Son of a bitch.
I got the whole wave, by the way.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right, I'm going to do a screen share.
Your favorite Red Hood.
Compare. Red Hood sucks. Okay, we're going to start with Sideshow. Screen share. Boom. And, all right, we sharing? We sharing? Let's see. We sharing? Yes, we're sharing.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. All right, here. 2 big reveals from Sideshow. From Hot Toys, rather, was The Mandalorian.
Oh, by the way, it's Force Friday, everyone. Happy Force Friday.
Yeah, they got a bunch of deals going on at Sideshow right now. It's when they reveal a bunch of new Star Wars toys that are going to be available for the Christmas season.
I saw the new Ray from the Black series. She looks like shit. Honey, come on, get out of here.
Send it to me.
I know he likes Troopers. So, Mandalorian reveal. Baz, what do you think?
Hold on, I gotta click back on. He's all right. I mean, I haven't seen it. You know, he's freaking Boba Fett with different colors.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt too. He looks great. In person, the figure looks fantastic. The next two figures we're gonna look at look ridiculous in person.
Show me Gina Carano, and then I'll be happy.
Yeah, they again. This was a big disappointment from multiple collectors. Putting together a compilation video actually of different YouTubers. So as per some suggested people that have been in the chat have said, why don't you guys do a compilation video while you're there of just different YouTubers? So I got Susan and Zachary from Mint and Box Collectibles. I got Justin's Collections is another big one. I got Collecting Cletus Selden. I got the Paradox Nerd. I got Bry2J Present, and I got our collector side with Joshua Feinstein. So I'm going to be doing like a video where I kind of clip all these things together and ask them like what they think of the comic stuff. And it seems like a lot of people felt the same way. They thought that Hot Toys kind of fell on it flat on its face. They love the way the figures look, but it's like, really, this is everyone's starting to throw around that term now, Baz. Flavor of the month. It's starting to catch on. So they're like, yeah, this is totally like flavor of the month, even though it looks cool. We got to wait till we see the show before we commit to something like this, you know? So he looks great, though. I mean, the figure looks great. Looks like it's going to pose great. Love the colors. Love the way the show looks so far. But, you know, it is what it is. For you guys want a little bit closer look at that, go check out the video I dropped today, Sideshow Booth walkthrough. I do some up-close visuals of these figures. Here is IG-11. Now, I thought this was IG-88. It's not IG-88. It's IG-11. So it's a completely different robot. And
that sucks.
Yeah, he looks cool. Look, see?
Okay. First of all, what the heck? Second of all, make him IG-88.
Yeah, so it's IG-11. It's a different character.
My name is IG-11. I am copywriting IG-88. Worst version.
Come on. So the what's cool about this figure, though, I got to tell you, besides it looking great because it's tall, it's actually taller than the Mandalorian, so it's got some size to it. The shoulders are on ball joints, total rotating ball joints, and the legs all have articulation too. So the figure will be able to move around a little bit. You'll be able to do like different stuff with it, which looks nice, you know. And the coloring, I don't know if for some reason in these pictures it's looking a little Mattel toy, like a really awesome Mattel toy, or Hasbro for that matter. But in person, it looks really good. So I can't really speak the praises enough about these two reveals enough. Collector Zone says, wait, are you guys talking about the look of the figure or how I am emotionally invested in the character? Well, that's how it is here with us. I think I could speak for Baz when I say that, you know, the figure looks great, but I don't really care to spend $250 on something I have no emotional investment in. You know, like I can't just buy a figure because it looks cool. If I'm going to do that, I'll buy a Black Series and be like, hey, this looks cool. My son will like it. I'll play toys with him and do that. But Collector says, because what I just saw was Baz picking up a plastic DC figure, happy as a kid, and then looks at a hot toy and says, eh. All right, Baz, take it away. This is a question for you.
I just said it's fucking Boba Fett with different colors, with zero emotional investment. Who the fuck is this guy? What's his name? The Mandalorian?
Yeah.
I haven't seen one fucking second of fucking that show yet.
Right.
I don't give a shit who the hell he is right now. You know, maybe after I see a season full of episodes, and I'm like, wow, that's a cool character. Yeah, so of course, I mean, is the character that unique looking that he's different than Boba Fett? No, right? It's just Boba Fett. So
yeah, word.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I got hot toys. I got fucking hot toys. Yeah, so how many hot toys I got? I don't know. I want to get rid of them anyway. Some of them. I don't like. Honestly, I'm the wrong person to ask about hot toys. I'm not a fan of that scale.
Right.
I don't
exactly. What do you guys that are watching right now? What do you think? Are these two hot toys something you're interested in? Do you need to wait and see the trailer as well? What do you think? Collector Zone says IG units are assassin droids. Why it's the same as IG-88? Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe that's part of the Oh, I love the speculation. Who knows where this is going to go? Kez Matrix says, "Build your Mando army, Baz. The mouse needs his cheddar."
build the what? The what?
Hold on. There you go.
Oh, you put up. Build your Mando army, Baz. The mouse needs his cheddar. Yeah, exactly. Friggin' fucking mouse. I want to screen share something.
All right, so screen it up.
Hold on.
So besides those, oh wait, I got rid of and I got to bring Sideshow back up because we just looked at those.
Check out this beauty that I pre-ordered today.
All right, hold on. Let's bring him up.
Boom. And listen, Alfred with 3 different heads is way cooler than some freaking character that we haven't seen yet that looks like Boba Fett with brown. Shit, what? Brown. Look at this beauty. Look at this gorgeous.
Hold on.
This gorgeous woman.
All right, so since you're sharing that, I'm not going to share it. You share it. Hold on. Yeah, it's up. It's been up the whole time.
Okay. Oh, she got the cape and she got a spear. Oh, look at the colors. The colors are like bright red.
Leave her up for a minute because I'm going to come here. Just stop going into the mic. Hold on. It's not like I'm doing multiple things here now. Okay, yeah, no, keep that screen share up for a minute, Baz, because I want to talk about the this figure because we just jumped to Mezco now. So what do you think? What did you think when you saw this figure? Because it seems to be a little bit negative, a little bit of negative things.
I like her more than the modern version, the other version.
Yeah, I think she looks great. I love the look. I don't know if I like her more than the modern version just yet. But if people are calling her like angry mom face, like angry soccer mom version of Wonder Woman, I think she looks great. I love the colors. I love the classic look. I love the fact that she has the lasso that poses like it's probably going to be like on like a thick wire, which is pretty dope. Oh,
look at that. Look at that pose. I love the shield. The cape, the haircut kind of looks like early Wonder Woman from the 30s.
Yeah, man.
Kind of like the pushback,
Yeah, I like it, man. Great. I love the cape. Oh, let's talk about the arm articulation. Get the picture where she's doing like the bicep. She's kind of like has like her bicep bent. Because that's here, right? Keep going.
Yeah.
Well, there. Okay, that's one of them. Keep going. People were complaining, another figure with whack, single jointed elbows. But this has the improved elbow articulation where it's still single jointed, but not totally single jointed.
Oh, and the axe too. I like the stand.
Yeah, the stand's nice. I know that's a good stand, and it totally pops too. I can't stand Mezco stands, but that one really pops nice.
Oh, there's two heads too. Okay.
Yeah, one's like kind of angry look, and one she has like the stoic look too. So that's pretty cool, man. First world problems. I was talking to our buddy Kyle today online, and I was like, I can't stand this variation crap. I said because now I bought this stupid thing, and now I don't know which one to pose next to your Cryptozoic Wonder Woman statue that's coming out. And he was like, there's 2 of them, and I'm getting 2 of them, so I'll be able to pose them both next to both of them. So.
Did Kyle see that Bleeding Cool article?
Yes. Yeah, he did. I think he shared it on his page too. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It's kind of like Linda Carter Wonder Woman hair, says Dan Lee. And kind of, it's classic. I love the cape. I just like look. We're suckers for Wonder Woman on this channel, so she just looks great to us. I'm really digging it. I like the colors are really bright and superhero-y. As Collector Zone said earlier, they're supposed to be superheroes. So I like the superhero-iness of this. This was an instant pre-order. When I saw this go for pre-order today, I was like, I gotta act now. And now I'm like, wait, this thing is still available. I don't understand collectors sometimes. I don't understand how that roach that Mezco puts out sells out in like 35 minutes. That thing sells out, and Wonder Woman doesn't sell out. That roach figure is not for me.
What, the Mezco character?
Yeah, I don't even know what its name is. Like, I think it just sucks. It's got cool accessories, but other than that, it's a friggin' roach in a suit. It's stupid.
They're trying to make that character happen, huh?
That's cool. No, and it's happening because they have like 12 different versions of him coming out at Comic-Con. They have like a whole case of just different versions of him. And that's cool for them. Let Mezco launch their own character. That's fine. Yeah, Gomez. There you go. That's fine. Good for Mezco making their own character and trying to put their name and their stamp out there with their original IP. I'm all for that. Not for me. To me, I think it's ridiculous that fans are buying into Roach with a suit on. John Wick with a roach head over classic Wonder Woman. It's just, I don't know.
I ain't spending over $100 for that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyways, so that was kind of like, whatever. I want to give a quick shout out to Dan Lee. By the way, we're going to put his thing up real quick. Dan, I know you're watching right now, and Dan sent me a very heartfelt message after watching Baz's stream last week, and he is the reason why I am live. There are two reasons. One, my family's continued support in my personal life, and Dan Lee's message really kind of galvanized me to come back through and actually go to New York Comic-Con because I wasn't even going. So thank you, Mr. Lee. And for everybody else that's enjoying the videos, you guys can thank Mr. Lee as well.
That was the depressing suicide stream that I did.
Yeah. Hells yeah. CM Brock says it's not the roach head, it's the articulation and accessories. Okay, but I'm not going to spend $100 for a bunch of accessories. To me, that's just like weird. And the articulation is nice on it, but there are other figures with articulation. I don't know. I just don't get it. It's just not for me.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of cool if I was somebody else, but I'm me, so I don't think it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
You're right.
Yeah, pretty much.
I kind of get it if I was somebody else, but no, I don't get it.
Going back
anyway
to the I got to go back to the screen share here for a second. All right, are we back? You got my screen sharing with you guys?
Yeah. I
see. All right, so we looked at those two things. Here's another thing that was pretty cool that was shown off that we did we look at the Superman figure? He looks really good in person. A lot of people are saying that he needs to hit the gym because his chest isn't as big as it should be. He looks really, really good in person. I got to say that as far as like the 6 scale Sideshow stuff goes, him and Magneto look head and shoulders better than all their other stuff. And he has like a very Christopher Reeve-esque build. You're a disgusting bastard. Why don't you mute your fucking mic the next time you do that?
Did the mic get the
Of course it picked it up. The mic is in your face.
I'm drinking this Fuddruckers fucking shake.
So the Superman figure has a very Christopher Reeve-esque build. And you could still see his Superman to me doesn't have to be overly muscular. I don't understand this idea that like Superman needs to be ridiculously jacked and Bane needs to be 11 feet tall. It's like everybody's obsessed with like bigger is better. Like nowadays, for some reason, Superman was never bigger than Batman. I think Batman's taller than him too in canon also. Like Superman is just he's Diesel, but he's not like this insanely, ridiculously jacked character. I never understood that version of Superman. To me, Superman should never be any bigger than the way Jose Luis draws him.
Who's that?
Yeah, Kev's Matrix. Magneto looks badass with the helmet floating thing in his hand. Looks awesome. It looks like I don't do the comic book versions. I stick with Mezco for my comic book version figures because I'm not going to do like the big 12-inch ones and then the small ones. So for me, the comic book versions are the smaller Mezco ones, and for the movie stuff, I stay with Hot Toys and the higher scales. But Magneto, it looks awesome, man.
Oh, by the way, did you swing by NECA at all?
No, I didn't see the DC booth. I didn't see NECA. I spent so much time at the Sideshow booth because every time I tried to leave, another YouTuber showed up that was like, hey, how's it going? And I was like, got to get him on the channel. Got to get this guy on the video. So I wound up spending a lot of time doing that. And then I went into Artist Alley for about an hour. And
did you just like bump into YouTubers like by accident?
All over. All over. I was just bumping into people. Oh, it's this guy. Oh, hey, look, it's this guy. And then I spent about 20 minutes with Billy Tucci, and he was awesome. And he's got a shout out. He gave us a huge shout out and endorsement. Billy Tucci's coming back on the show probably in November. And
very cool.
Cletus Selden wants to be on the show as well. And what's his face? Justin's Collections wants to come on the show too. And those guys got like tens of thousands of followers. And they're like, your stuff.
I want Cletus on so we can talk some boxing and shit. I'm a big boxing fan.
It's amazing how like we're like the little engine that could with our channel.
Mm-hmm.
Because like we have a good amount, but at the same time, where I'm talking to people at the con that have like 15,000, 25, 30,000 followers, and they're like, "Yo, man, I watch your show. Your stuff is great," and I'm like, "That's like, wow, that's a problem. That's a huge compliment that you watch my stuff, and meanwhile, you have." 30 times the amount of people watching you that actually tune into my stuff. So that's pretty cool. I kind of dug on that.
Our time will come, my friend.
Yeah, nah, it's cool, man. We got a good family going here anyway. We got a nice tight group. And Mike is nerdy wrote me a message too that was really nice, hoping that we came back. And I know, like, look, this wasn't a stunt thing either, where like I was like, oh, I'm gonna disappear and then I'm gonna come back real quick. I was actually doing like a hiatus move. And then New York Comic Con happened, and that was totally like coincidental. So I was in the process of like pulling out of YouTubing, and then got sucked right the hell back in. So there's just going to be a little bit slower pace for us, but what does come out will be quality. And speaking of quality, speaking of Sideshow, Red Cup Review is in the process of hopefully having a relationship directly with Sideshow, and that is going to be in the works as well, we hope. But I'm not announcing anything official. This is just something that's being worked on. It's a little sneak peek for hopefully in the coming months, Sideshow Red Cup rather will be have a little bit more clout, let's say, in the collecting world. Let's see. Let's get out of it.
Okay, yo, I just gotta say that I'm not sure how many people saw it, but that friggin' Darkseid statue with the Justice League fighting him was friggin' awesome.
Yeah, it's a dope statue, man. That is a dope statue.
What do you think that's gonna run? Like $2,000, $3,000?
No, it's small. It's not that big. It's not
really.
Yeah, no, it's not that big. So it'll probably be around 1,400, 1,300, 1,400, I would say.
I might have to consider that.
Yeah, no, it's a really nice. It's gonna be a big piece, but it's gonna be, I think, in 6th scale. But so every one of like Darkseid, if I had to guess, Darkseid will probably be like around maybe 12 inches tall.
Yeah.
Everybody else will be around like 7 to 8 inches.
That sounds great.
The reason why I bring up this Cyclops, because this was Sideshow's reveal of the con. This is their big premium format like thing that they had that they were pushing. And he looks all right. He looks pretty good. But there was something that was not shown at the con that I wanted to mention on the show that I spoke to. I have a liaison now at Sideshow, and I was speaking to my buddy over there, and he had said that Cyclops is going to come with 2 different faceplates. So he's going to have 2 different mouthpieces that you could put on and 3 different visors. So you're going to have 5 different combinations you can kind of mix and match together as far as the head sculpt goes. So I thought that was pretty cool. So even if you're not crazy about him just yelling and shooting his eye beams out, you can have him in different configurations and stuff. So that might work out better for you if you're not.
Danny Lee, what Red Sonja print are you talking about? He says he wants that Red Sonja print.
Yes. Okay. I will go back and we will take a look at that now. I saw that Red Sonja print too. Bam. Art Germ again, I would guess. Yeah, this looks like Art Germ.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, shit. Damn. Look at those. God damn.
It looks nice, but, all right, yeah, we sell it, hot and nice, but I'm just not a fan of the anime style. If I'm going to get a Red Sonja thing, I would almost.
Dude, that's like slight anime. It's not.
Nah, look at the face sculpt, man. That's not Red Sonja. The face isn't Red Sonja. The body is. She's muscular without being not feminine, but that face to me is anime to me. I want to see something a little bit more. When I think of Red Sonja and Conan, I think of like either Arnold or Frazetta, or like what's his face's art, like who was the guy that did the original Conan in Marvel Comics, like that,
Yeah.
That's where my mind goes when I think of these characters.
Buscema, John Buscema.
Yeah, he goes the one with the boobs. Goes, oh, I didn't even see the face.
The one with forget the boobs. Those hips, man. Those barbarian barren hips.
Oh yeah, no, that's totally childbearing hips right there. Collector's Zone, you said did he have seams? How is the seams? The wolf. I'm guessing you're talking about the Cyclops statue. If that's what you're referring to, you could barely see the seams in the face sculpt, like for where the stuff switches in and out. barely noticeable. Like you'd have to like look at it and get like right up on it and be like, okay, I could see where that would sit. If that's not what you're talking about, then please tell me otherwise. What's up, buddy? In a half hour. So we're gonna be signing off in about 15 minutes. And then we'll get ready. We'll get snacks and stuff. Yeah, Cyclops. So there you go. Yeah, no, it's not like where you know that this stuff interchanges and it's gonna look totally obvious. Like, you know, Cyclops has his mask has like this piece. So where the mask will pull in and out, you'll just see the seam on the outfit itself. You know, so it'll look like just the outfit as opposed to, you know, the way they did it was just smart. Put it that way. It was a smart way of doing things. Glad they're coming with different faceplates. Something about that screaming mouth wasn't doing it for me. Yeah, when I saw, oh, here's something that kind of bothered me about the Cyclops thing. Yeah, no, we had people come in and out, and plus it's Friday night at 5. Would you stop? It's Friday night at 5. People are eating like in California right now. It's 3 hours ago.
Hey, Rob,
for them. It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so they're probably like getting ready for dinner or like just finishing up lunch or something.
So
Rob, put them back in the cage.
the people.
To the cage.
He
hates going to the cage, but it's necessary.
He's playing like Fortnite and wrestling and whatever. Mortal Kombat now. Yeah, so you'll have options for the Cyclops figure. You know, oh, this is what I want to mention about the Cyclops figure. So, as you can see, if you guys watched that walkthrough that I did, Cyclops has like this leaning thing, but you see how he looks here in this photo where it looks like he's kind of leaning straight ahead? In person, it looks like he's kind of leaning a little to what would be the, let me see, his right knee is up, or is that his left knee? His left knee, like he's leaning to the right a little bit. So unless the foot pegs that are underneath this statue are going to be really like long, this thing is going to have a leaning issue. So again, I spoke to the guy from Sideshow, my buddy, a guy who's, you know, becoming friends. And he says, you know, he gets a kick out of it when we bash Sideshow on the show, but when we do it tongue in cheek, like he's like, and be honest, I like your honesty. So it's like, okay, so here's me being honest then, kind sir, if you happen to catch this on a replay in the office with the rest of the fellows over there in California. I would suggest not just jumping all over this. I would suggest waiting until a review comes out and seeing how the leaning, it looks like it's going to have a leaning issue. The statue itself looks great, but this could have a leaning issue. So be prepared if you're just going to jump on the pre-order, you might be surprised when you get it, and after like a month, the thing starts like tipping. Unless they show us what those foot pegs are and how deep they're going to run into that base, because the base is massive. The base is like thick, like friggin' like 4 or 5 inches thick and massive. So if he has deep foot pegs, ain't going to be a problem. But otherwise, and they're going to have to be fat too. They're going to have to be deep, fat foot pegs because you don't want the metal to bend. So that's my 2 cents on that. So this is why you want a guy like me and Baz talking to guys like the people over at Sideshow, so that we could kind of, you know, say, hey, show us what's going on, because we're going to tell people on our show whether or not this thing's going to have leaning issues, and then maybe I can get some more information out of them. Okay, speaking in Spencer's and Hot Topic Sideshow, that's going up because that is very important what you just said there, sir. We are going to remove this from the stream, okay? And we're going to talk about Spencer's and Hot Topic Sideshow. And you want to know what? I spoke to my buddy there, and he's made a good. No, you have to stop that. You have to shut the volume off. It has to be completely silent, because otherwise they'll give us a problem with the stream. Thank you, kind sir. Okay, so I spoke to the guy, and this is how he broke down the whole Spencer's Hot Topic thing. Like, right, we made that joke, like, oh, Sideshow's turning into like this Amazon wish list thing. Okay, so basically, it's actually worked out positively for them, and it's been a big thumbs up and a help to their company, because collectors are now going on the website and buying their collectibles like they normally do. But now they're also buying for their nieces, their wives, lounge flies for their like little baby girl cousins, like backpacks and purses and stuff. And they're doing things like that because those are like I'm buying this premium format statue for myself, but I'm going to buy this cutesy little thing for my wife, or buy this cutesy little thing for my daughter, and it's actually working out for them. So it makes sense now. I hate to be that sellout guy, because I was like, yo, dude, I was like, it's kind of diluting the brand. He goes, it's diluting the brand to the collector. But what about the collector that it's a family man that is now buying, whatever for himself, and then maybe a knickknack for the girl? Like, they're trying to tap into that female market, and it's working for them. So you can't fault them on that. Here, Dan Lee says nobody buys that trash. At least that's what he was telling me. He was like, look, man, he's like, sometimes people are more willing to spend less money on the knickknack type stuff as opposed to like the big prize items. We will say no one's buying that trash because maybe no one like us is going to buy that. But, Sideshow's trying to become more of a every person, offer a little bit something for everyone. So if they're going to offer something, let's say that like a girl might want, or like a little like a young person, that's kind of like the market they're trying to tap into. Like with the purses and the lounge fly like things and the little I don't know. You guys see that we go over this. Oh, and speaking of which, I mentioned the what you call it to him, Baz. I mentioned the Beyonce picture.
Mm-hmm.
That goes up for like thousands of dollars. What is it?
You actually brought that up.
It
Oh my god, that's hysterical.
So, yes, I brought it up to my sister. There's a running joke on the show where we talk about like this Beyonce photo for like $1,000 or whatever the hell it is that you guys are trying to push on people. And he started laughing, and he was like, believe it or not, he's like, those things are actually selling.
Yeah.
So
of course,
I was like, okay, if you say so. And he was like, nah, man. He's like, like the people have bought those. So I'm like, wow, that's like crazy. And he's like, look, man, it might not be for me, it might not be for you, but it's for somebody. So I thought that was funny. Exactly. And he noticed it too. He goes, I noticed that like you guys like poking fun at our expensive art prints, especially the ones that are like, why am I going to buy this $1,000 Tupac Shakur art print or whatever the hell it is? And we had to laugh about it. So they're aware of it. They are aware of that, of the joke, and they are aware of that type of stuff. But hey, listen, shit. So much money, but no sense. Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. What else did I had mentioned to oh, here's something else I wanted to mention to you guys about as far as, I don't know if I should mention it now. It has to do with child labor laws in knockoff products. Okay, so people have been wanting me to review that Conan product, the Conan that I had gotten. I got to find a different way to review that thing for you guys. Apparently, and I don't know about Caustic Plastic specifically. As a matter of fact, I don't think it was a problem with Caustic Plastic, but like certain companies, like they do like the knockoff Good, the Bad, and the Uglies and all that other stuff. What they do is, what's up, Film Cave? They send people every 2 weeks to China to check on, like Sideshow has to sign an agreement. And all these companies have to sign agreements with like Disney and with Marvel and DC and all their the big time licensors. And they have to send people every like 2 or 3 weeks to China to check on and do inspections on their factories, because there are so many factories in China that they'll have like, let's say this is the way it was explained to me. They'll have like a factory over here, right? And then right across the street, like with a stone's throw away, is another factory. And this factory is like the Disney factory, let's say, or the DC factory. And they're abiding by all the like American-made laws. They're paying their people a living wage. They have to adhere to like all like the lead. There's no lead in the paint. Like all the specific protocols that the modern world or the United States specifically would have to hold you to. However, the right across the street, their buddy will walk over, grab the mold, and rip the company off. And then they'll literally have children working in a sweatshop across the street for like 4 cents an hour, making those knockoff figures. So that's why Sideshow gets their panties in a bunch when it comes to this type of stuff. And not just Sideshow, any company is like, they don't want nothing to do with anybody that deals with non-licensed products, because these factories that don't deal, they're actually licensed factories from those companies that have to adhere to certain procedures and protocols. So when you buy a knockoff figure, technically you're buying sweatshop labor. And that's the way it was explained to me. And it completely completely makes total sense to me. I get it now. I understand.
Okay, screen share. What the hell is that?
What? Why are we putting McDonald's toys up on this live?
But that's a Marvel Legends Reed Richards. What is up with his fingers? Why would they do that?
What is this?
He looks like Slender Man.
He looks like one of those ladies that has like the long fingernails.
Yeah,
and you wonder how they wipe their ass and all that shit. That's him using his stretchy powers.
So that's a McDonald's toy.
No, he's joking around. It's Marvel Legends.
It's a Marvel Legends.
That is literally the most Slender Man Marvel toy I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's for my fingernails. Yeah.
That's so retarded.
Yeah.
But there's a good Doctor Doom in that line though, actually.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of that stuff.
They got Warpath.
Nice.
There's the Doctor Doom.
Again, plastic cape. Mezco's got to make Doctor Doom for me to get onto a Doctor Doom. It looks good. The metal parts look good. But that, I don't know, man. That looks like you're gonna set him up and he's gonna, keel over.
He's gonna tilt over.
But not bad though. Not bad. I gotta do my Marvel Legends kind of looking maybe a little later on tonight.
I just thought that Fantastic Four figure was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, no, that was bad, dude. That was bad. Here we go. Collector Zone. That's one of the reasons, but another reason is they lose money. Yeah, obviously. I'm not like this Mr. Inside Scoop guy. I'm trying to be that for everybody here. So obviously, the guy can only tell me what he can tell me. You know what I'm saying? He could also be bullshitting me. I don't think he is. He seemed pretty genuine, but it's a company nonetheless, and companies aren't in the business of losing. Collector Zone is a company, and you're not in the business of losing money, right? So yeah, obviously. And then on the flip side is, it's kind of shitty, and they are also beholden to higher ups. Unfortunately, like we spoke about this on the Red Cup review 2 weeks ago. Me and Baz go live. We start F-bombing in the beginning of the video, and then YouTube cuts the algorithm from underneath us, and only 100 people see the video this week as opposed to, let's say, 150 or 200, because, or not even 100. Maybe sometime it'll only be like 80 people, and it's like, well, why did this happen? And I get messages from YouTube saying, this is not good for advertisers. You guys are cursing too much, so we're cutting the legs out from under the stream. It happens. That's everyone's kind of beholden to their thing. And if I want the page to grow, we're still going to curse. We're just it might not be like, like just, we got to tone back the New Yorkness just a smidge, let's say Kev's Matrix says Viggo Mortensen, please play Dr. Doom. Really hope. Yeah. You and everybody else, buddy. That is actually a good, that was a good rumor. I enjoyed that rumor too. Baz, anything else going on for you before we kind of swing quietly into the night?
I did a scan of of Facebook trying to find any kind of new reveals from the convention. Nothing.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh, the Mr. Freeze figure from Mezco. I don't have the picture up on me. I'll bring that up maybe next week if I can.
But that was yesterday. I mean, there's nothing. Today's Friday. I thought they'd be holding back stuff for Friday. I haven't found anything.
No. What?
Disintegrated someone.
Nice. Disintegrations are tight.
I was like this.
Well, we got 15 minutes. I'm trying to get off the air so we can get ready for our show. Yeah, man. Baz, what'd you think of Mr. Freeze?
He looks okay. He looks all right.
No,
what's up with his pants?
I see everyone's talking about his pants. I like the pants. The pants are made of like it's like, those jackets that aren't like I'm gonna get myself like not a winter jacket, but like a thermal, and it has like those like diamond shaped patterns on them, like all over. Like the stitching is kind of diamond shaped all over it.
Okay.
It's like an insulated like semi jacket, like that you could wear like a button. They're usually like button downs, but they're like a little thicker. They're not like a plaid like jacket, like shirt, like a thick plaid shirt, but it's like has like the diamond shaped patterns all over it that you would wear to like insulate you a little bit.
Right. Okay.
That's yeah, totally. Collector Zone, and everybody go join the Collector Zone Cantina. I'm still pimping this guy. Go join them on Facebook. He's cool. And there you go, Frankie Fearless. Fassbender could be Doom as well. Yes, that would also be awesome. What's up, Face? So I think he looks good. I like it. I like that the design on the pants reminded me of like that, you know, with the diamond shape stitching pattern of like a like an insulated, you know, kind of the fucking thing looks dope. It looks like a mixture between Mezco and like the Arkham Knight version. He's got like that tank feel to him. His arms are going to be able to rotate. It's not going to hinder his articulation that much. Everybody's on this articulation thing with Mezco, and you are correct. Articulation or bust. But on a guy like Mr. Freeze, if his arms, if his body can't bend the way what's his face can, like a Spider-Man, is it really that big of a deal? I don't think so. As long as it keeps the integrity of the character and he can hold the gun and do poses like this with it over his shoulder and, you know, like kick his leg out or something, he'll be fine. And the pants are baggy enough to where you bend the knees and not have to worry about the material ripping or stretching, which is another thing I liked about it. Danny Lee, all right, I got to finish up work. Great to see the show. Still going strong. Rob, enjoy SmackDown with the Sun. You're the man. Yes, thank you. Thank you. And Baz, keep farting. Love you guys. Talk to you later.
Awesome. I got this pound burger from Fuddruckers I want to freaking tear into. So let's get this show off the airs.
All right, cool. We will be back. I don't know if I'm going to be back next week, guys. I have no idea just yet. Obviously, I'm not going to be on tomorrow night. But that's why you got to hit the bell now. Now it's a good idea to hit that bell so you or join the Facebook group to keep up on when I'm going to be on and to know when I'm not going to be on and Baz is going to be on and where to go, vice versa. All right. Thank you guys. Make sure you like the video. Please subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. We have more videos coming from. I think I did an Arcade 1-Up video is left, and I got the YouTuber video coming soon as well. As far as my pickups of the con, I didn't buy a damn thing. I bought one Ren and Stimpy magnet, and that's all I bought. And you want to know what? It felt great. It felt great going to a Comic-Con and not buying a goddamn thing and just smiling and being like, I just had a good time, and I didn't feel beholden to have to just purchase shit. And that's it. You know, coming soon this week from Red Cup Review, I'm going to be reviewing the Batman statue from Tweeterhead. That is finally in. My guy got it in, and I'm going to be reviewing that statue as well. Baz, love you, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
See you later.
Adios.